Hello, Jason here at Leftwich Projects and welcome to this bird box build video. So here is my CAD design of the nest box that I'll be making out of birch ply. Let's take a moment to look around the box to see how it will be constructed. I will be batch processing 6 of these boxes as I have just enough birch ply material to do so. So we'll waste no time, we'll get straight into the build, starting with a cut list and ripping down required lengths of birch ply on the table saw. These strips will eventually form the roof pieces, fronts, sides, bases and backs. Once these strips are cut, I will take them over to my workbench for further processing. That is for, should get 6 fronts out of those 2 and 12 lots of sides out of that pile. So it is generally a good idea to label all your pieces. So there we go, sides, that'll be our fronts and the bases. Right, so that's the last of my pieces ripped down. So these ones will be for the roof. Let's turn that extractor off. Yeah, 35.5 degrees, 121 millimeters from that angle to angle. Right, let's do that. $90 minus 35.5, 54.5 degrees, 54.3, that would do. Right, so I'm done with the table saw. If I just lay all these pieces out, we're going to have to rip these down to their individual lengths, and then they will be into their, well, like components ready for assembly by like a bit of sanding. So I'll set a stop on my fence, get the chop saw going, and I've basically got loads of repeat cuts, machining these down. Right, so everything's really starting to take shape now that I've cut these fronts and got the angles on these. The last thing I do need to do is get back on the table saw. I'll move these back. So these are the sides, and I've got to cut this angle here. But I wanted to get these done first because I can line this side piece up against this point here just to check that I've got my measurement correctly. Right, that looks fine on the table, so I'll just have to make sure that that pencil line disappears. Dead on 54.5. Right, so back pieces, front pieces, roof pieces. These are the bits for the base, and we have all of our sides. Also, last couple of bits to machine before we can assemble the boxes. I've got in the base 5 drain holes to do for the bottom of the box, and we need to cut our bird entry here, which I'll do with a 30mm Forstner bit. I don't have a workshop pillar drill. I do have an old drill that my drill press that my grandfather gave me. So let's dig that out. Oh, blimey. Only kidding. But take note of this. This is going to be probably in the next YouTube video. So make sure you like, subscribe, and watch out for this one. There we go. That one's a bit lighter. Right, I've changed this bit out. What's that? That's a 35mm bit in there. Let's get that switched over. try and have at least many fixings showing as possible, I am going to use pocket hole screws so that there's nothing seen on the roof. Hopefully it will work. Well, I'll just show you the pocket hole screws from the other side of that timber. And grab a couple of fixings. So what we'll do is we'll slide these in here in these holes. I should get away with this. That'd be a nice strong fixing as well to tie the roof down, so get a few other bits ready and then give this a go. Glue in a few of these ready, and then we'll just try the first box and see how the assembly goes. Right, I'm now going to get these bases screwed on. So first what I'll do is countersink these holes. Right, so the bases are all screwed on. I've just got to where these small circles are. I have, see if I can get to one quickly. I've got my branding badges. Branding badges are going to go in there. I need to stick them in with some adhesive and sand everything. I won't sand these all on camera, it's going to be a bit boring. I'll glue one of these in, then I'll sand, and then we'll just be ready for our coat of finish.